Welcome to the Daytona International Speedway. Here for the Duels. This is going to set the starting positions of your Daytona 500 drivers. 18 different cars here today, ready to do battle and see who is going to get to start highest behind the front row, as we're ready to go over the starting lineup for these race cars. On the pole, you have the number 88 Doritos Chevrolet of Chris Rees, and Jack Zander in the number 23 Offerpad Ford.
And then right behind them, you have the 26, or the 67, I should say, of Alex Anderson and the 26 of NASCAR Man.
Behind them, Josh James in the number 19, making his first ever Cup start in the 500, and Zach Armstrong in the number 68.
And then you have then right behind is the 55 of Monster, making his return, and the 33 of Adam Zombie.
Behind them, Michael Cormetis in the 25 Exalta Chevrolet, and Ray Huron in the number 31 Buc-ee's Ford.
Then you have Slicks Flame in the 81 Ford, is that ABC? Yeah, whatever. Machine, and the 46 of Aztec Lovett.
Behind them, Quadruped in the number 11 Peak Ford, and the number 45 of David Dixon, Season 1 champion.
Then you have the 18 of Dominic Luba in the Southwest Dodge, and Ginger in the number 71 Canes Ford.
Behind them is your final row. Patrick Miller is in the number 10 per year Ford Mustang, and Bailey Parker in the number 4 Heinz Ford. 18 cars. We will have about 40 laps here in Daytona. Just enough to see how these guys will be racing. Should be an amazing race. And we still have another duel after this one. Same amount of laps. And Daytona, this is some super speedway racing. Should be a good one.
Yup, you're exactly. Everybody has been building up the hype for this exact weekend, Speed Weeks. It's the biggest race, one of the biggest races of the season for all these teams, and everybody wants to win it, and everyone's going to be working their hardest on the strategy on top of the pit boxes and in the car as well. They're working on setups. So these teams are dedicated to try and get not only just enter this 500 for some, but win the 500 as well.
And we will see you when we go after this break.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat? America loves to eat. So why not open up somewhere America can sit down, enjoy a meal, and get their feet rubbed? We'll fry anything you want for $5.99. As long as it's friable or edible, we're gonna make it deliciable. We will fry parts of the chicken you didn't even know was friable. The beak, the feathers, we'll fry candy bars. All that European stuff that you don't really normally eat, we'll bring it down here and fry it for you. Ask McDonald's to fry something other than what they normally fry. Guess what you're gonna get? Nothing. If it fit through the dough, I'll put it in the fryer. Hell, this is a dinosaur. All our meats are gently tenderized to their optimum deliciousness. We got fine dinosaur meats. Took my money, made me pay child support. Come on down here and get you a slice. Once they get your social security number, it's over. Motivated, 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 motivated. So friends, let's just decide you don't want no barbecue. Well, that's fine too. Why not let one of my foot specialists or myself perform our magic? Look at that, don't they look wonderful? If you really pay me enough, we'll massage your feet in any of these sauces also. Success is the rule down here at Jones Good Ass Barbecue and Foot Massage. So go ahead and give me a call or find us on the worldwide internets at the new website. That's JONES BigAssTruckRentalAndStorage.com/Jones Good Ass Barbecue and Foot Massage.html.
Excuse me, did you call number 52?
Did you hear me call number 52?
And we're back here in Daytona, getting ready to get the green flag for the first duel. And should be a good one. A lot of drivers that have returned, or a lot of drivers making their very first starts. Chris Rees on the pole for this duel. In fact, on the pole for the 500. And he's trying to prove himself out here.
Yep. And if he does at least finish this race without crashing, then he will start on the pole for the Daytona 500. Because if you do crash and have to bring out a backup car, then that will send you to the rear for the Daytona 500. So, but anything can happen, even if it's just a duel. But it's gonna be pretty exciting. It's gonna be pretty exciting to watch all these guys and around the track, and see what they can do today.
Yeah, and it's also going to be an amazing way to see how the track will handle. Yes, this race is at night, and the 500 is in the day, but it's still super speedway racing, and it's still Daytona.
Yep,
Here we
you're
go,
right.
boys. Here we go.
Pace car is going to make the hard left turn on the pit road. We're
the
green
first
in
time?
Daytona. And already going off into turn one, side by side.
Yep, you're right. Looks like both lanes pretty even right now. Looks like that advantage goes to the bottom side of her now. Chris Rees getting a push from Alex Anderson, trying to go out front to the lead, but Jack Sander trying to fight back on the top.
You also have a small line of Fords over there on the bottom lane. That's the 67, 19, and 55. All three of them have alliances. All three of them are going to make their very first starts in the 500.
Yep, you're exactly right. It's Jack Sander with a huge run off the top. Looks like he will lead lap number 1 of this race.
And a problem for the 67.
Anderson has a problem. Blowing up on the bottom is Alex
He's going to be careful.
Oh!
He saved.
If he stops
saved
on
it,
the
but he's-
track, it's sliding, and that's going to be a yellow.
Sliding up. And caution is out already. A
That's
67. Engine problems already on lap number 2. And that will be the cause of our first caution already. Oh man, that must be terrible. That's terrible.
And that's a backup car for the 67.
Yep, that's it. That's his day done, but also he's being sent to the rear for the 500.
And NASCAR man is going to have first place.
Win the race back. Let's see what happened to that 67, because that was we weren't even 2 laps in the Motor RE Blue.
So engine damage. Don't even know truly what happened.
Yeah, good job by everybody to not hit Alex Anderson as he was carrying a lot of speed coming back up onto the track.
Really close call for the 18.
And a 10. Because
But
they
they-
were both nose to tail with each other, and
just got back on the track and the car started to slide.
oh yeah, must have cut a tire down.
I'm not too sure if it was a tire.
Lot of
Rather,
oils in that area probably just got loose trying to slow down.
I mean, it might not even be that. I mean, there's a lot of smoke in that car after the engine just blew up, so he probably couldn't even see anything.
Probably
To be
best
fair.
idea to just turn it as much as you can, try to get it out of the way, and that spun it out. And NASCAR man wins the race off.
Yep, you're right.
Zach Armstrong will be second.
And Zombie third.
Daytona having its struggles for a few of these drivers. And, I mean, the 67 still on pit road. We'll wait until we get further word from what happened, but I don't think that he's going to be in the rest of this duel. That's a backup car for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
huge
an
damage to
engine
that right
change.
side. Yeah, engine change for sure. I mean, he had a really good qualifying lap to start in this duel. He started 3rd in this race, but
Couple of big
ultimately,
losses
I guess
on pit road though, the 19 and the 25.
yeah, they both, I guess, just couldn't get out of their boxes, couldn't because they had other cars coming, so they had
Or
to
couldn't
be
get
released
in.
later. So 19 of a oh, never mind. But anyways, so yeah, the 67, he had a really good qualifying lap, but I guess that the team kind of pushed that engine too hard, and that's maybe what contributed to that blowing up.
And
Unfortunate for those guys.
even with him being on BPE, BPE is one of those teams that will try to get the best out of the car. Sometimes just doesn't affect it the best.
As looks like everybody is caught up to the pace car. So we could go green this time by. Pace car lights don't turn off.
Not yet.
So it'll be the 26 leading us back to this restart.
Okay, I'm gonna cut out right here and just...
Okay. It's pace minus.
I know.
There you go.
But yeah, Patrick, before I do anything, can I just tell you one thing?
Yeah.
Whenever I'm rewinding, don't
Shorten it
talk,
before
because
it's too
that's gonna
late.
cut out, okay? Because that part's
Got
gonna
you.
get cut out. So just, yeah. And the pace car lights are off. Gonna go green this time.
Yep. Race control has officially decided that they are shortening the green because everybody is here and caught up.
And that is a rule change for the season. If everybody gets caught up, they will shorten the caution. And look at the gain the 4 had on pit road.
Started dead last for this race. Climbed his way back up to looks like 7th.
And that is just amazing to see for a driver like the 4, Bailey Parker.
Yep, that's what he needs, and if he wants to get a better starting position. But here we go. Come to the restart.
Here we go.
Pace car back down pit road.
And that's green flag is out.
Looks like everybody got a pretty good jump off the line. You see NASCAR man just slightly edging out the 68 is Zach Armstrong. Looks like he might get him into turn 1. Outside doesn't really have that much momentum, but there are 2 Dodges working together on that high side.
And both of them are aligned. Team owner of 286 and driver of 286.
Yep, you're right. And look at the 33. He's got a huge shove from the 45 on the bottom. Looks like both lanes are pretty much working evenly right now. We got 33. He's going to the bottom.
The driver who hails from New York, making his way, trying to get up to the lead.
Looks like that high side. It looks like it has more momentum on the short runs as NASCAR man leads that lap.
Ooh, boy.
See, David
This is
Dixon
getting
might
really
be taken
aggressive.
down. Yep, lap 7 out of 40. And looks like that 26 gets the lead back on with a big shove from the high side. So that high side has a huge advantage. Second's cleared out. Look at Zach Armstrong to the inside.
What a
And that's that
move!
glove
And
behind him.
he's gonna have his Dodge teammate behind.
Yeah, it looks like that 26 is no help, so he'll be at a disadvantage right here. And across the line, NASCAR man leads the lap once again.
He has another Ford behind him though.
So 2 Fords and 2 Dodges working
3
together,
wide.
both sides 3 wide. You see Chris Reese getting shoved up to the high side, left out to dry. Looks like Slick's Flame will maybe let him in. I don't know.
I mean,
See
he
that, you saw that
has
55 making an
time,
aggressive
but
move. Oh, Aztec leaving his teammate out to dry on the top.
bad
Never mind.
idea. Oh, side by
See,
side for the
Gross.
lead.
Dylan Gross to the inside.
Just coming off of a suspension, and now he's gonna be fighting for the lead to possibly start third.
But that 26, he's had one of the fastest cars through this short run, or at least through this whole race so far. As you see, 3x3 through the back. Only 2 cars in that middle line right there. That's Dom and Ray Huron. You see Chris Reese still getting trained on that outside. I guess he just has to drop in behind some of these guys.
Another thing about Chris Reese, he really doesn't have to risk this, because a big part about his starting position, he's already confirmed to start on the pole for the 500, so if he just lays back for a little bit, he'll be fine.
Yup. He just cannot wreck the car. If he wrecks the car and gets a backup car, then that means he'd have to start from the back. So his main goal for today is just ride around, do not wreck the car.
And if we just focus on his team owner, and the number 25 driver from Largo, Florida, he is been all over the place throughout the teams. I mean, he's been with MHR to start, then took a little break, went down to his own team for a little bit, MKR, then back to back to MHR, now on BTB, and now owning a few cars.
Yeah, it's been really wild for him in this silly season, but I feel like he's officially found a new home, as saw Monster going for the lead up front.
Yeah. I was about to say that Monster to the lead now.
Possibly.
Making his first start in the Daytona 500. But he's proving himself being the top Legends, actually, Miller Memorial Racing driver to win the duel.
Yep, you're right. This is 55. I don't think he's locked into the 500. He has to race his way in, because he is not a full-time car.
The lucky part for him is that there's nobody who can knock him out, possibly, only simply because we don't have enough part-time cars in the field. So he's basically in. He's just running to at least get a good starting position.
Exactly right. It might be...
His teammate leads him.
Yeah. Looks like he tried to get down in front of the 71, just couldn't do it, and the 71 was already filling the hole. But looks like the 55 will clear him.
The 71 was already getting a huge push from the 4.
26 pushing the 55 really hard. Now he's going to the inside. Looks like that outside line just has so much momentum in this race.
Holding more speed when you're turning less.
Yeah, especially on the straightaways where they get the most runs, because I guess that outside has more momentum once they enter the straightaways, and then they just get huge shoves, which gives them more momentum.
As we're 3x3x3.
Yeah, Jack Xander to the bottom of Ellie Parker. That's not going to last long.
Bailey Parker going to go behind the 71.
See Zach getting a huge run on the top.
And you see Jack getting a push from the 25.
Yeah, him and the 25 are both Floridian drivers. They're trying to work their way up there.
Yeah.
Different manufacturers.
I heard rumors that they were willing to work together because they are both Floridian drivers. One from Largo, one from Miami.
And here's the thing. Both drivers have a taste of rivalry. Doesn't look like they have their rivalry happening now.
I don't think rivalries are a good thing to hold at a super speedway, simply because of how dangerous it is. But I mean, if it's a season later, you shouldn't be holding that rivalry. And
I think that 23.
They've come back to good terms. So
yeah, but and to just give you context, the 25 and the 23, they are the 25 used to drive the AE4 for MHR, but they both had an altercation after, which race was it?
Martinsville.
Yeah, Martinsville. After Martinsville, they had an altercation, and after they got together, but I think they both put that behind them. You see Josh James with a huge run.
Josh James is trying to get his first ever start with a good position to start it in.
Look at how far the top 3 is spread from the pack. Well, it looks like the pack's going to get a huge run.
We'll see.
See Xander and Cormetis. You see 4 wide almost out of the corner. That might not work too well for some. Ooh, the 19 was not given the 71 much room right there because they were 4 wide for a second. But with that 19, he's got a strong car. He had a strong car in qualifying, and he's charging up to the front right now. As you see, trying to go 3 wide in the 25 and the 23. With help from the 71.
Yeah, and the 25 is now going to pull into 4th. Now he's going to go to the
Maybe
inside of the
third.
26.
He's got a huge run. Maybe that car has come to life.
Definitely has a good car on a longer run. I mean, he was way in the back.
Yep, you're exactly right. It looks like that 26 has no help on the top. That 25 should easily clear him.
He's going to pull into 3rd, but he has to hold off Josh James.
I mean, I don't know.
He's going to stay in front of him. That was a very good block.
Yeah. Aggressive block, but he made it work.
When you have to block, you have to block. You have to get down there, but, I mean, lots of times you see drivers making it very late.
Could be for
the 19 was going to go in behind the 25. Does he go in behind him? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
That's going to get them both ahead of the 68.
And maybe even to the 55. And looks like that 19 trying to get underneath the 25, but the 25 again pulling in front of him.
Those Fords trying to work together.
It's getting a lot more aggressive. Speeds are ramping up. And also, these guys are mostly in a train. Looks like the 25, he might go for the lead off of turn 2.
Going for the lead. As let's see how fast he's going. 212.
213, 14,
15,
and
16,
16,
17, 18.
Almost 220 into the corner. But that reminds me of when these guys didn't, when the drivers did not have restrictor plates on their cars. And they're going so fast. And the 25 is taking the lead.
And the lead change for the 25, but the 19 is going to fight back.
Yep, 25 led the lap, but he might not lead the next one. Look at the 26, 3 wide for the race lead. Can the 25 drop in front of the 55?
This duel's going to get really aggressive, and that's what we were talking about.
Almost 4 wide off of turn 2.
Yeah, but you also got to think, when you are 4 wide on corner exit, you are screwed.
I mean, they can sometimes make it work, but it won't work for 10 laps, let's say. Oh. Looks like some changes in lane right there. Some cars pitting? Yep, they are.
Yep,
some are pitting.
Pit stops.
4 cars. 23, 46, 18, 88.
Yep. Let's see what when everyone else comes down.
And this is going to be the one part that really matters. Strategy.
So Monster got trained on the high side. Looks like he's going to lose a ton of spots. Will that 25 stick behind the 19, or will he go down the inside?
All the people that were going to be working with the 25 all went down to the back.
I mean, I don't know. Let's see if they can regroup together.
All the people that were going to work with the 55.
Yeah. Let's see. Looks like they are coming down.
More cars pitting. The 81 is the only one to stay out.
Yup, Slick Flame stays out. That is a
That's
really
similar to his
strategy.
championship winning strategy, though. When he won the championship back in Homestead,
but
he was the last one to pit.
Here's the thing: these are 2 totally different tracks. This is a super speedway, a 2.5 mile oval, I believe, and Homestead was a mile and a half. So I'm not too sure how that strategy is going to work out, but he's obviously put the field a lap down.
Definitely his crew chief making one of the most aggressive calls. We know him as one of the most aggressive crew chiefs.
And looks like that 81, he will probably pull it down this time.
Yeah,
yes, he is.
So the 25, 18, 88, and 46 not going to be a lap down for long. As the leader off of pit road, this will likely be the leader.
Yep, he's
19. Josh James will likely have the lead.
And they are all spread out. You see the 25, he's about a second behind the 19.
Ooh, Xander
5 out of pit road. He might go for the lead right here after the strategy. Oh, Dom might get held up right here behind the 26. Yes, he is. He might get a little bit slowed up.
Yeah, but they might want to just work together.
Yep, 3 cars under a blanket right there. You see the 25 trying to reel in that 19.
He has.
He's right
Just
there.
reeled him
He's
in,
in the draft.
But
Here
where's
he
the
comes.
81? They passed him.
Oh! Yeah, they did
Oh,
pass
wait,
the 81.
he's
Oh, he's
blowing
blowing
up.
up! Blowing up is the 81 of Slick Flame.
If he
Oh,
starts
Right
on the
that's not
after
good.
track,
pitted.
if
Yeah,
he's
he has to. You have to throw caution. He's on the racing line. Looks like he's
and
locked
he
it
is
down.
done.
That's the second Ford this race to blow an engine.
Caution's already out, and the race back is going to be between the 25 and the 19 right after pit
Looks like the
stops.
25 got it. Well, he's got the lead right now. Let's see where the 19 is. He gonna get him off of 4?
He can't.
No.
No possible way.
Oh, he's going. He's
Wait.
going low.
He's gonna go
He
for
might
it.
get him.
Not enough
Nope.
time.
Couldn't get it. And Cormetis leads the race back.
And that's
So
just
man,
Dave.
that's two BPE cars that have blown an engine throughout this
And he-
entire race.
And he's the Daytona 500 defending champ.
Yeah, Slick's Flame is gonna have to start in the back.
And he has won. He did win the Daytona 500 last season and won the championship, as you said, Patrick.
He
But
won
he's gonna be
so
starting
many
from the
crown
back.
jewels last season.
Yep, exactly right. But man, that is not a great day for Bailey Parker Enterprises for sure.
Yeah, two BPE cars,
Let's see the replay of what happened.
and he was just exiting pit road. Might have missed a shift.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh wait,
Oh,
right
yeah.
as he hit the line.
it just died on him.
Yeah, right as he hit
he-
the pit line.
He might have
They were the
redlined it.
leaders.
He could have redlined it there.
Yeah, I saw the 81 going abnormally slow off the pit lane. And I was thinking, is he supposed to be going that slow? And then we saw him blowing up.
Definitely a red line.
Yep, looks like they pitted.
Oh, fuel only for a few of these guys. Josh James will get the lead off. And look who's
Yep.
gained more.
Bailey Parker.
Yeah, that
Oh my
crew has been on
God.
fire today.
And this is
Patrick,
something we haven't seen today.
The
10.
MHR crew has been on fire.
The MHR crew for the 10 has not been that great. I mean, in the first stop, they stayed all the way in the back. And Josh James went all the way in the back from the front there. And now they kept him up front.
So not bad for the MHR cars.
Yeah, but man,
Just gotta hate it for BPE.
two of their cars are out of the race and are finishing in the last positions due to engine failures.
And they both have to start in the rear.
And if you pull the ticker up, we'll see what the failures actually were. Looks like the 67 was counted for accident, which was, well, he did hit the wall. But
We
that
don't
was
know
after
about
he
the
blew his
81
engine.
yet.
He's still in the pits, but I believe that they're gonna take that car to the garage.
Looks like they're just trying to diagnose the problem
Yeah.
before they take it to the garage.
Yeah, and 2 engine changes for BPE coming into the 500. That's a lot of money.
I mean, the team owners in the race, he must be thinking, dang, my 2 cars are...
Actually,
Ooh.
I've heard that he doesn't want to hear any of the information about what's happening with his other cars, just because that adds a whole line of thought. Because when you're racing around the track, you don't want to have to think about what's going on with your cars. You just want to think about who's around you, who's going to be able to help you.
Yeah, and also you have to be thinking about yourself and at the moment, because you're trying to get to the front. You're trying to get whatever spots you can at as little time as you possibly could.
Because as what Mike Joy once said, your friends are where you find them.
Yep, exactly right. But looks like the officials also have said that we will be going green this time by since the field is caught up again. And we'll have 15 laps to go on this restart.
That is going to be an amazing 15 laps. But we'll have to wait and see.
I mean, that outside line has carried some speed for the on these restarts.
But we might have to pay attention to the fuel. It might be a fuel strategy race.
I mean, if they can go 15 laps on fuel, it's gonna be close. I feel like because they didn't really get to 15 laps on fuel the last time.
Yeah, because they pitted around lap 2, pitted before lap 20.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be close. I mean, let's see how much fuel some of these guys took, and let's see how far they can stretch it.
You've also got to think the leader uses up the most fuel.
Yep. So maybe if you're sitting in line, just trying to stay behind somebody, you're gonna be the one to be behind. You're gonna want to be the one to be behind them as we're coming to green.
Pace car making the hard left turn.
Josh James the leader now.
Green flag. Looks like that
Corvettis.
25. I mean, they're dead even off the start.
Yeah,
They're
but
still dead even.
it almost looks like the 10 is refusing to help 25, which is not the smartest of moves.
Well, looks like he just didn't get going on that restart. It looks like that 25, he's not going to have any help.
And
He's
the
going to
10
drop back.
doesn't seem like he has the most speed today.
Yeah, definitely not. Those MHR cars, they have good pit crews, but looks like their cars are not the fastest.
Lots of them have good speed. It's just the 10. I mean, we know him as more of a short track racer, but super speedways. I mean, I know he's struggling here, but he's run up front here before.
See 3 wide for second now. Bailey Parker has no help on the top. You see that 25 going underneath him. I think he's gonna be glad that
He's gonna be glad that he just abandoned the outside lane. Not
the
where
two
you want to be.
both MHR cars are up there.
How about the MMR cars? Second and third now.
Josh James pulled the lead there. 3 by 3 by 3 by 3.
Adam Zombie on the inside.
Yeah, it's getting a lot more intense for these last few laps, which isn't surprising for Daytona standards.
Don't forget, when they say that the first duel is calm, all that means is that the second duel is going to be even crazier.
You're exactly right. See, the outside line not really going anywhere for now because, well, the very outside line isn't going anywhere. See, all the Fords are up there, or most of them.
Most of them trying to work together.
It looks like they're still 3 wide. Look at the run by Zombie.
I know, he's making so many... I mean, getting so many big runs as he's got a good friend behind him, Jack Xander.
Top 4 single file, but I don't think that's going to be for long.
Once we get closer to lap 40, they're going to start racing. There we go.
Oh!
Way
Huge
earlier.
move by the 11.
Kingsbury.
And the 33 goes with them.
Kingsbury to the lead.
31 left the 25 out to dry. They're 3 wide back there.
Still going to race as hard as they can.
Yup. They're not giving in.
I saw a car going on the pit road. I think that was the 55.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it is
yeah.
55. Maybe another problem? Let's see it. Let's check chat.
No.
No, looks like no problem. So
Unscheduled, probably. Maybe a little
Maybe
bit
fuel.
of strategy to make it to the end.
possibly fuel.
Side
We
by
don't
side
know
for
for
the
sure.
lead, 3 wide behind for third.
Ooh!
Oh, almost some contact.
Almost 4 wide.
This is rush
Love it.
hour traffic at 218 miles an hour.
You're exactly right. 3 by 3 for 2 rows now. You see Jack Xander to the inside of the 19 of Josh James. See 3 cars out of the draft because that they checked up for the 55 who pitted. Now they're 3 wide for the race lead. Josh James with a huge run off the top. He's going to get the lead.
He's got a
He's
huge
got help
push from
from
the
Dom.
18 and the 25. They've got to be careful of the
there's that
55.
55.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Oh.
it's stacking up.
Bad
That's not
news
good.
for the 68, 88, and 26.
I mean, these guys can probably...
and the
they
71. If they work together, they can get up there.
I mean, that's possible. But we got 10 to go.
Now the question is, who's going to pit next?
If people do pit next.
I think that stop was really unscheduled.
See, Dom to the inside. He won the Coke. He won the Coke Zero Sugar 400 last season over Michael Cormetis, who finished runner-up.
Same manufacturer too. He's driving an
And
Emirates,
same number.
an Emirates Dodge back then. Now running Southwest Airlines.
And Jack Xander trying to drop in right behind Dom, get his draft. Looks like mostly single file throughout the second pack, so that might be good for them in terms of catching up.
Is Luba. Haven't talked about him, but this is also a very similar situation to what we had when he won the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Back when he won that race, we heard nothing about him until the end.
Exactly right. You see Quadruped and Zombie trying to work together. You see Dom pulling away because all these guys are side by side battling each other, but Huron gets a good drive off the top.
If
It's
you
like
don't
he'll
work
clear
together,
Zombie.
if you don't work together, you're gonna start falling behind the leader.
And I believe that second pack might be starting to catch up. You see, I think Bailey Parker, he's in the draft of this first pack, and he's towing a lot of other guys with him.
As long as they don't battle each other, they'll be fine. As the 31 right here on, he's gonna try to make a move. If he can.
Right again.
There it goes.
There he goes.
With help from the 33.
Again, pushing that car on the bottom. You see, 18 and Dominic Luba, no help.
Now Kingsbury is trying to pass him. No.
Now he'll be
Yeah,
able to
you
have the draft. He'll be fine.
And Parker's caught up. Zach Armstrong's caught
The
up. Looks like
whole
they're all...
pack is catching.
Yeah, Monster even has caught up.
Patrick Miller getting a push from the 45. That's probably going to help him.
But I don't know. Can that 10 reel in the pack? And the pack's got a lot more cars now because some of them caught up.
Most of them caught up.
See Zombie to the inside of the 31 right here on.
And
Things are getting...
next time around, it'll be 5 to go.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Coming to 5 to go, things are starting to get a lot more aggressive.
Oh boy.
See Zombie, no help from Kingsbury this time around. It looks like Patrick is caught up. Now Chris Reese trying to catch up. You see Dom trying to get a good drive at the top. Looks like he will. That top has been really strong this race.
Yeah, but Huron, once he took the lead, he's going to try to not look back. He's just got to stay ahead of the 18, and that's going to happen right there, and that's going to prevent him from staying ahead. The run is just too much to block.
Exactly right. Now the 18, he's going to go back to the race lead. He's had the strongest car through these final laps.
Look at Josh James now.
Yeah, Josh James, who won or started 5th. Wait, did he start 5th?
Somewhere around that.
He started. Yeah, he did start 5th, so I was right. He's back up here in this trying to battle for the lead. Looks like everybody has caught up now, so it's actually anybody can win it at this point.
If you
Well, except for Monster.
can make your way up through the gears, up through the pack, you will know if you are the winner. If you see that checkered flag, you'll hear you are the winner through your radio, and that's just one of the best things to hear, especially in the duel when you know you have some of the best starting position for the 500.
Yep, you're right. It's 3 wide and further back. You see Monster, who's not for position.
Might try to just help his teammate. He's a couple teammates back there, especially Dylan Gross, who's starting to fall out of the pack.
There might be some more 3 wide moves right here.
Speaking of MMR teammates, we have one of them in second.
Ooh, this thing's kind of stacked up right there. Big time.
Oh boy.
Almost a little bit of contact from the 46 to the 4. The 18's gonna slide up right in front of the 68. Coming to 2 to go. And Xanderly inside.
And this is going to be maybe good news for him if he can lead. If he can even take the lead.
Oh! Oh, pit stops! Further back!
Oh!
I'm not too sure who that was. That was Josh James.
Oh,
What
that's not
is going to
good.
turn
Fuel mileage,
into
2 to
with
go.
2 laps to go. 3 wide for the lead, possibly. Nope. Not quite.
But Xander
Beyond
and
back to the
Luba.
inside. Everybody in this front pack now has a chance because those guys just got split into 2 between the front
This
and the
front
back pack.
is the one that the fans definitely are focusing on. They know this is for the win, quite possibly. Do they
Here we
pit?
go.
Any pit stops? We got one
Here we
taker
go.
with Patrick Miller.
Oh,
You have NASCAR man also a taker. 1 lap to go.
white flag.
Jack
This could
Xander
be interesting.
has led the lap. Will the 18 be able to pull ahead?
Let's
I don't
see
know.
if you can keep the speed into turn 1.
Side by
Look at
side
Bailey
for the
Parker.
lead still. Bailey Parker not going to help the 23. Just can't get up there, but the 31 still helping the 23.
This is intense racing. Down to
Still
that
side by side. It might be a photo finish of the line here, boys.
The 23 is still slightly ahead. Now the 18 is going to surge ahead. The 31 gets a little bit
it's
out
going to
of
be a
line.
photo finish. It's going to be a photo finish of the line.
Here they
And
come.
18,
Going to the line. 18, 23. The 23.
23 got it. Jack Xander wins Duel 1.
He comes from
2.
behind to win the duel.
By 2/1000ths of a second. Oh my golly. How about that, ladies?
Those are hundredths of a second, but still a close finish either way. That was a really good finish.
And the finish, that's going to put Jack Xander starting in the 3rd position. After an eventful duel number 1, NASCAR on NBC welcomes you back to the Daytona International Speedway. Here for duel number 2. And let's always not forget that when they say duel 1 is eventful, duel 2 is going to be way more eventful. Another 18 cars are going to go at it. This is to set the outside lane. As let's get your starting lineup set. Let's see who starts where. In the duel, in row 1, you have EXO in the 77 and Colin Teague in the number 99.
Then row 2, you have the number 07 of Justin Patrick and the number 28 of, or no, not 28, the 2 of Brandon Lai.
Behind them, Chris Black in the number 39 and Slinky in the number 28.
And then you have the 14 of Ethan Storms and the 22 of Connor Hahn.
Behind them, Andrew Schulte in the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet and Brandon Beal in the number 37 JetBlue Chevrolet.
Then behind them, you have the 82 of Jordan Caldwell in the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet and the 90 of Matthew Hill in the Rays Nike Chevrolet.
Then you have Truex fan in the number 5 Bass Pro Chevrolet and Sean Ard in the number 12 Hooters Ford.
Then you have Kenneth Miller in the number 09 Monster Energy Menards Ford and the 40 Dodge of Bradley Ream.
Then you have Chicken in the number 24 Hardee's Chevrolet and Levi Loading in the number 38 Scotch Blue Ford. Another 18 cars here to do battle. Another 40 laps. Will we see more of the problems that we saw earlier in Duel 1 with the last remaining BPE car? That is Colin Teague in the 99. He is the only one left. Does he have a problem with the engine, or is that just a coincidence that it was two BPE cars that had problems?
I mean, we never know. Those cars have been struggling with their engines, evidently, but I don't know if it is for that. How it is for that 99 team. We'll just have to see how it goes for them in this race today.
And also, Slinky. We haven't talked about his team, but now with the rebranded Mopar Motorsports, keeping Zach on the team and adding Dominic Luba to replace Fast Nike after he retired.
Yep, you're right. And that team, they've struggled over this last season, but I feel like they want to rebuild their strength and point themselves towards a championship here this season. So it's gonna be fun to watch them with the Mopar Motorsports crew and the Dodges.
And we will be back after this break.
This
Oh God, don't ask why, don't be shy. Is it love or lust? I can't get enough.
is Controlled Chaos.
Why, don't be shy. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, da da da.
We have something for everyone. You like NASCAR? Well, we crash too. A lot. Maybe you like Formula One. We also go right and left. We just look cooler doing it. Or maybe you don't like motorsports. Well, we have ProSpec. No one seems to watch that class either. But our drivers are something else. We have Matt the Punching Bag Field, Frederick the Drift AI Asbo, Chelsea No Bumper Denofa, Odie Velcro Bakshis, Adam Took Himself Out LZ, Chris the Above Average Forsberg, and Dean the Competition Timeout Kearney. Although, they're not like Formula One drivers. The only thing our drivers pull is a handbrake. It's true, they're all dads. We have a lot of butt-clenching moments. But if your butt is clenched to keep your pants clean, don't worry. Our judges take ages to make the decisions you'll complain about later. We'll also show you 2,500 ads on repeat with Dylan the announcer's friend Hughes in them. We obviously need to improve on a lot of things, like the Facebook quality live streams, the cool but unhelpful drone shots, the totally useless and time-wasting parades, and the torque drift track showcases. Assetto Corsa is a thing, guys. You'll see a lot of S chassis and BMWs. You'll also see some supercars. Only in top 32, though. It's always sad to see drivers leave FD. Some went to do bigger and better stuff. Some retired. Some left because of the pandemic. And some were crybabies. All jokes aside, you'll experience a lot of great moments. Like friends and teammates becoming rivals, Asbo fighting for a championship only to get a one more time, Jared yelling, "Oh, doctor," like he's in the middle of a colonoscopy.
Woo! Doctor, are you kidding? Look at this!
JTP throwing that axe back like he's the Nicki Minaj of drifting, the tripods over at RTR, and Jonathan's exhaust. Formula Drift. It's cool. Watch it. Protect Jared at all costs. Also, someone shaved that thing off of Ryan's face.
And EXO will lead him off.
Yep,
And
you're
yeah.
exactly right. And those can I say the team name?
Yeah.
Okay, those fucky racing cars. They've been very strong. Yeah. They've been very strong this past speed weeks. Qualifying really well. You see, EXO obviously getting pole, and Chris starting in the third row, and then right behind Chris is the other teammate Ethan Storm. So those Toyotas, they've been fast, man. They've been really fast over this the course of this weekend, and looking forward to carrying their speed into the duels and into the Daytona 500.
And another
And
story
on the
of
in-
somebody having an amazing speed weeks is Colin Teague in the number 99. I mean, he won. He led every lap of his qualify heat for the Clash, and then led every lap of the Clash. And that's something that is just notable to realize, because he was not expected to do this good this season after how he performed last season. But look how it is.
But here's the thing. That is also that race, the Clash, was a short track, and it was the Daytona backstretch. But this is a super speedway. This is 2.5 miles. Let's see how he does here today as the pace car about to turn in.
Right, you are, and here we go for duel number 2.
We're green.
And we're underway for Duel 2.
Will we see another car blow up on lap 2?
By the way, Matthew, you're on screen. I'm just cheering in hard.
And EXO leading him down.
Yep, you're exactly right. Jumps up in front of Collins Teague right there. Now he's gonna jump to the slow side, I believe. No, he's gonna let the he left the inside open for the 07, another Toyota to get to the inside.
Yeah, and also that's 3 Toyotas on the inside. If he was able to stay on the inside, that would have been a Toyota train of the 4 Toyotas in this race.
We saw last race and how crazy it was near the end, but we also saw that outside line getting huge runs off the start. It looks like it has 3 wide for the lead. Chris Black to the inside, trying to make something work with it. He's got his teammate, or one of his teammates behind him.
And as we know, Chris Black is never going to not give up an opportunity to make a move. He is one of the most aggressive racers, and lots of people will respect him for that, including other drivers.
Oh yeah, you see that move didn't really work for him. Colin Teague back up to second.
So they make their ways out of 4.
And EXO will lead the first lap.
Actually, no, the second lap.
Or second lap, excuse me.
So no blowing up yet.
And Teague to the inside, trying to make something work. Oh!
Because they're already going 3 wide.
Yeah, that was almost bad. You saw the 48 almost slide up into the 14.
These guys, I saw 22 almost hit the wall too, as well.
And these there's actually tire wars. So some of these tires, they might have more grip than others because of the way those tire manufacturers make them. See, Ethan Storm's going to the lead.
Yeah, he's running Hoosier tires. You see the 2 Connor Hahn Enterprises. Relly.
Then you got
MKR running MKR and BTB running Michelin tires.
MHR, MMR, BPE, and 90X all running Firestones.
Oh man, they're 3x3 for almost this whole pack right here. It is getting crazy already.
And that's right.
Looking Colin Teague trying to thread the needle right here, trying to go for the lead.
What I was about to say was another tire was Bridgestone on the 31 of Ray Huron.
Yeah. So we're 3x3x3x3. This is
2 wide.
not going to end well.
This is going to get dicey.
Already on lap 5 right
dicey.
now.
It's really dicey.
I mean, it's like a ticking time bomb. You don't know when the big one will happen.
One wrong move and somebody's going to wreck.
I mean, you said it earlier, Matthew. Just because Duel 1 got a little bit crazy, that means this duel's going to get a lot crazier.
It's already crazier. We did not see them going this aggressive this early.
And T is pulled away because of that. You see the Fuck You Racing teammates on the top trying to help each other.
All 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 is left to dry on the bottom.
Yeah, but you got a few Chevys working together. Technically,
all the FU Racing cars working together on the top. That is probably the best teamwork we've seen in a while.
And you also can see MMR and BTB working together. 48, 82, and 5.
MKR?
Yeah, MKR. You know what I meant.
Yeah. But you see Ethan Storms to the inside of Chris Black, almost. See, EXO's still on top. So Connor on almost 4 wide off of turn 4.
You see the 90 stuck in the middle lane. Doesn't have his teammate to work with. Now it gets to the top. But his teammate's all the way in the back. He's got another.
Oh boy.
See a 2 of Brandon Lai down to the inside of the 14 of Ethan Storms. 3 wide on those FU Racing teammates. The Toyotas.
It's the number 28 John Deere Gatorade. Dodge.
And the top 2 are pulled away because these guys are battling and they're side drafting each other. Look at
Side
Chris
by
trying
side.
to go for the move. Yup.
Chris Black.
kind of reminds me of tandem drafting away from all these guys.
The more that they battle, the more you tandem draft. Easier it is for one guy. Well, two guys
And all
all the
the
way.
I was gonna say all the FU racing.
Ooh, 3 wide.
3 on the bottom.
If the
3 wide
77
again.
can get in there, no. Now if the 14 can pull ahead of the 39, that gets all of them together again.
I mean, if the 77 and the 14 can pull ahead of the, or the 77 and the 39 can pull ahead of the 14, they can all get together, as you said.
Yeah, that too. But I don't know. I don't think anybody wants these Toyotas to get worked up together because you saw how good they can work together, how long they can get side by side or bumper to bumper.
Oh, and they're all together now. You see all them on the bottom.
Exactly what they
Oh,
were
boy.
trying to keep from happening, and the 77's going to make his way to the bottom.
Nope. 39
Not
kind
gonna
of
get
shut the door. Not really.
Side by side for second.
3 wide further back. It's a hornet's nest back there.
And I mean, a lot of the drivers that we expected to make their way up front in this duel, I don't know if they're just sandbagging now, just waiting for the 500 to actually show what they can do. But this is definitely not a good showing for some of them.
And yeah,
We expected drivers like Kenneth Miller in the 09 to be up front.
but he's in the back. I guess he's just chilling out for now.
Doesn't want to
Trying to-
risk it. Doesn't want to
Yeah,
have to have
not-
a backup.
Lap 10 out of 40. Don't want to be taking too many risks.
Another one with Brandon Beal, Jordan Caldwell, Sean
Let's see
Ard.
for that lead though. You see the tandeming again between the 39 and the 99.
Now the
The
question
big
is,
part about this is just trust. You have to trust whoever's going to be on your bumper.
and the question is, when is pit stops? Because in Duel 1, we had pit stops a little early.
Yeah, but they also had a yellow that was early
Oh, you saw
to prove.
the run that the 77 got. He's got to take it.
The 77 keeps getting runs, but just the 39 keeps stopping those runs.
Yeah, because he has the faster car.
So you have a couple teammates, the 2 and the 22.
Yeah, so it's definitely gonna come down to teamwork, I think.
I mean, Ford has told the drivers of each one of those Fords, that just put the manufacturer tire behind you if you see that they're a Ford, work with them. As Kenneth Miller starting to fall out of the draft,
Yeah, not expected for him in that MHR team.
definitely just not wanting to be up front.
He
Yeah,
wants to
it's
stay
still not
back.
now.
He knows how aggressive they were racing.
Uh-oh.
And they're still racing pretty aggressive. 3 wide again. I feel like one of these times someone's gonna slide up and they're gonna go 4 wide.
Somebody's gonna end up crashing if they do go 4 wide, especially
Yeah,
if
for
it's on a
sure.
corner exit.
And you
I mean,
don't want to go full one.
And we've seen wrecks of people trying to go onto pit road where they just cut somebody else off. So, I mean, any kind of wreck can happen here. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. They're still 3x3.
I mean, we didn't really see complete full-on crashes in Duel 1,
They
but
only saw 2 single car incidents.
both
That
of
doesn't
those
mean
cars
there
are
can still be
backups.
crashes. Or there still can't. And that doesn't mean there's only single car incidents in Speed Weeks. Oh no. You're far from it.
You're just wait for the 500, you'll figure it out.
Yep, it's gonna be a full field of, I believe, 32 cars.
Something around that.
Yeah, 32 cars versus 18 on track. That's, it's gonna be a lot more. And here you see the 39 underneath his teammate.
And this is just gonna help the 99.
Yeah, 99's led every lap so far, but I believe we're coming up on the pit window. And going so fast, going almost 220 miles an hour, that's burning off a lot of fuel if you think about it.
214 in the corner.
Yeah,
Now
that
down
is
the back
insane
stretch.
speed. Let's see the speeds down the back straightaway, as you said.
215.
Somebody in
26,
draft 219. That is the fastest we've seen so far. We'll
Let's
have to
see
watch
the-
somebody further in the draft next lap.
I mean, let's see the 99 because he's at the front. And he's pulling away from these guys because they're battling so
Yeah,
hard.
but he also doesn't have as much draft. We'll see down the backstretch what his speed is at.
There you see the 77 clearing that outside once again. 3 wide.
And with clean air that the 99 has, that's just really good for him. As he might be getting a push from the 77 as let's watch his speed.
16
16,
to 17.
17, 18,
19.
19.
Not
No.
20. As
Couldn't get
the
to 20.
77 on the inside.
Yep, trying to take the lead away, trying to be the first lead change of this entire race. Oh, and the 77 is pitting.
Oh,
collision! Around goes the 40!
Oh.
And Gaming Freaks in
and
it
a
as well,
wall
hits the
hit.
inside wall, and Justin Patrick will be collected as the lead line loading, and Brandon Beal.
The
Dang.
caution is going
gonna
to come
wave.
out.
And you were
bad
and Matthew, you were talking about it earlier. Some guy might chop another nose of another car off, and yeah, I think that just happened. And man, that collected a bunch of cars involved in that.
A lot of heavy hitters in that one.
Yeah, Gaming Freak is we thought Gaming Freak and Beal, those are teammates involved in that.
As these are a few guys that are lucky they didn't pit. The 99, 2, 90, 22,
Yeah,
14,
most of the
28,
Fords.
12, and 48.
You saw the 40 getting turned around as well. You see looks like the 14 was involved in that incident. Let's have to see. Oh, looks like the 82 got into the 38, down into the 40.
Can't really
And then
get
both
a
of
good
them went around. I mean, if we could go to the chase cam of the 82, see what happened, because he was the first one. Oh, that's a huge hit. He got stuck in the wall.
Oh,
On his side. Oh my goodness, we didn't see that.
and the
Look at
82
Caldwell.
with a decent
Hits
hit
the
as
inside
well.
wall.
So let's see what happened here. Oh, the 38 getting into him. Oh, that hit by the 40 and then the 82.
Yeah, just stop the car. Just totally stop the car, riding over from the 5. You can see that. He had a good view of that.
And, I mean, we were talking about Rex. There it is.
And there are some of the drivers that stayed out.
Yup, we were talking about Rex and the risk of Rex that was getting bigger and bigger, and ultimately that just when you're trying to get on a pit road, it kind of stacks you up. It stacks a lot of guys up, and just a misjudgment there by some guys, and ultimately that's what took some of them out. But that 40 is definitely gonna be out of the race, and I think he's gonna definitely have a backup car.
82 might be able to continue, though. Even if he sits out of this race, that was some minor damage and not an engine change. So quite possibly, if he has to, he's going to have it easiest.
Well, we'll have to see the ticker to find out.
He's still on the track.
Oh, he's still going.
It stays out.
So the 40's the only one that's out. After a huge hit to the inside wall.
Major accident.
In these next-gen cars, you never know how you could
Both of those were rear-end hits, too.
Yeah. And with one car having damage, and with one car having minor damage, it might look like that they can obviously continue, but that might take them out, because the damage might be too severe to maybe the suspension, but visibly that damage might not look too bad. But some damage that might look really bad on the next gen car will allow you to continue. So it's really a 50-50 on how bad damage is on these next gen cars.
And we're also on board with the 14 right now. It doesn't look like he has much damage. I
don't think he was even. Yeah. Oh, never mind.
There's a little bit of damage on the hood.
Yeah, damage on the front, damage on the back end, but he's able to continue. See, Trixman down pit road. Does he have a problem or something?
And
tire and wheel damage.
Oh, he does? Oh, so he blew a tire under caution. I don't think there's a rare chance of blowing a tire that can DNF you, unless it just totally tears the fender off of it.
I mean, we'll see.
And we have a couple of FE Racing teammates.
We'll see if Trixman DNF from that. I don't think he did, but
I don't think he did. That's probably just gonna be. Yeah, he's just getting.
Yep.
The tires
yeah, he's getting tires.
New tires, so it looks like a left side tire. And obviously, already tire issues with those Michelins. obviously Michelin trying to make the best tires for their teams, MKR and BTB, but obviously not a great start to their reputation.
No, I figured they would have probably tried to use a similar tire to what they race here in Rolex 24, because same type of track surface. I mean, it's same exact track. You would think they would, but just make it a slick tire instead. And I mean, they probably tried, but just couldn't get the right stuff for the tire.
But this is the first time Michelin has ever been in NASCAR, so they got a whole learning process.
Yeah, and you have
involved
brands
in
like
this.
Goodyear and Firestone who've been in all this before. Same with Hoosier.
Exactly.
Pirelli is in their first time with NASCAR, doing it with Formula One.
So I feel like some of these newer tires, they might just learn as they go.
Yeah.
Formula One still puts a lot of abuse to the tires. So I think Pirelli might be able to handle this.
I mean, Pirelli's never been oval before, so you really never know. But as we're going back to green,
and this is going to be interesting to see on this restart what happens with the 14 and the 77.
and pace car's off.
39.
And
Green flag.
here we go.
And EXO, he's gonna pull ahead. Does he go in front of his teammate? Here's the 38 pushing him. This is the first time we've talked about him today. The 82 definitely seems slower.
Oh yeah, he's definitely slow with that damage. I think the 37's slow as well.
Looks
Actually,
like
I
Beal's-
don't know. Yeah, Beal's kind of keeping pace.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
keeping pace.
He's keeping pace, but
The
maybe
A2
not the same
not
pace.
quite. Yeah, A2's
99
not
gonna
quite.
pull in behind his manufacturer teammate.
See Chicken up here in that 24. One of the rookies for this season started near dead last in the final row.
Another driver we haven't talked about. It's the 90, another driver we also haven't talked about. He's gonna pull in to the bumper of the 99, and we have a couple.
Rewind.
We got 4
Uh-oh.
together. We have
How about
See,
three
Connor
Fords
Hahn
on the
behind
bottom.
the 90?
See Connor Hahn, Matthew Hill trying to work together. Hahn trying to peek underneath Hill. Oh,
Hill to the middle lane.
yeah, they're stacked 3x3 again. These restarts are crazy. And you see some cars in the back trying to keep pace with this front pack. You see Beal, I think he's gonna fall out of the pack because of his damage.
Brandon Beal's falling out. Slinky's falling out.
I mean, I think
Justin
Slinky can keep
Patrick.
pace. Slinky's in the toe of Justin Patrick, and Justin Patrick's in the toe of the pack. So
And
the gaming
Caldwell,
freak really has fallen out. Yeah.
Jordan Caldwell, not going to have the finish in this duel that he wanted. He's going to keep going because he doesn't want to go to a backup car, but
I mean, he's
he'll
trying
have
his
to
best.
replace a lot of parts of that car.
Yep, you're exactly right. Let's see the front now. And Levi Loading is taking the lead.
He has one career win. That is Orlando, Season 1.
Season 2, actually.
Same thing.
Has not won ever since. But here comes Teague. Teague's got a really good run.
And speaking of which, look who's making a move. That's
Ethan
09 car.
Storms as well.
But yeah, Kenneth Miller's back up here. Colin Teague going for the race lead right here, guys.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
another thing to talk about with the 09, we have only seen him in the back today, so this is a big surprise to see him starting to move up. Now probably what's going through his head is all the wrecks are probably done. You can't think that here in Daytona.
I mean, I guess that the crew got the car adjusted to where he likes it. So he's gone back up to the front. Now here comes Sean R to the bottom, trying to be another driver that we haven't really talked about today.
Returning to 90X. One of
Yeah,
the
during
moves,
the off season.
that was really he was one of those drivers that was really fought after. I mean, there was a couple of them like Colin Teague, who went to BTB, and then not BTB, went from BTB to BPE, and then Sean Ard, who was getting offers from MKR, also was getting offers from 90X at the same time. He decided to stay where he was at.
Yep, stayed with 90X and continued his journey. But either way, I don't think he would have joined MKR anyway, because MKR was already filling up their spots even before. Well, Cormetis asked Sean to join the team as one of the first drivers to join his team, but Sean didn't really respond. So MKR was already filling up, and by the time Sean got back, MKR was already filled up, so 90X was basically his only choice.
And I mean, they weren't filled up when he accepted the offer, but when they finally made it public, that was after MKR got full. And I mean, just the fact that you see drivers that get fought over, even if they don't even have a win, like Sean Ard, that just means they see the potential in them.
Sean's best finish coming at Texas, actually, his
And
home
Atlanta.
track last season.
Both times getting second place finishes at Atlanta and Texas, respectively.
Levi loading back to the inside of Colin Teague.
Side by side.
His teammate can't quite get to him. Sean Ard getting blocked by the 22.
Yeah, all the Fords were on the inside working together.
More Fords in this duel than the last one.
See Andrew Schulte fourth on that inside line.
He's breaking up the little party of Fords.
He's representing for the Chevy group.
You see Trixman, Schulte's teammate, right behind as well, is stuck in that middle right there. He had he blew a tire under caution. I think it was the last caution, most previous one. And loading has checked out. He has pulled to a 2/10 gap.
Yeah, but if they get all together, if they start working together, that lead is just going to diminish.
Look at Kenneth Miller. He's worked his way to third on that inside line.
Yeah. Maybe his strategy of starting in the back must have
not really a strategy, but I mean, lap times were not that great for the MHR cars. As we look at your fastest lap, it's actually going on 24.
And it looks like the 09, he's definitely got his car adjusted to where he likes it, because he's running in the front now.
Because he's first on the inside now.
Yup. Sean Ard going to the middle. Oh!
Schulte almost cut him off.
Two.
Brendan Lai.
And this is just helping the 38 at this point. Now Legends clears this pack because they're stuck 3x3.
He can possibly use that draft of the 38, and he used it down the back stretch. It's the 82.
Oh, they're coming with 82. Car. Yeah, 82 is gonna be in the way.
Just like a Hero, he gon' no.
Slow cars.
What's gonna happen with the slower cars? They've definitely got to stay off the bottom.
Slow car is gonna be in the way.
Are they gonna
they're catching up fast. Oh, they're catching up fast.
Oh.
They're gonna split them.
Oh my
God.
No.
Into the wall.
Oh, into the wall goes the 12.
Sean still keeps
and
going.
That's gonna make the 82 hold up.
And the whole pack. The whole pack is getting held up.
And
dang.
This whole pack is definitely going to be livid.
Man.
They're definitely all livid on the radio. As we have a 3-car breakaway.
That was such a close call for the 12, though, to not get wrecked.
He almost had the 82 going right into him.
The 12, well, he had the 82 going into him because you saw the sparks, and the 12 got basically put into the wall. Almost 4 wide for a second.
They're making it 3 wide just to get around him. This is just a battle to get around the lapped car.
Yeah, Slinky's the last one. Looks like he's gonna try and get by him on the outside. Looks like he does. Now these guys are gonna have to. Their new strategy is to
work
Their
together,
new
possibly.
objective.
Single
Yeah,
file
their new
out.
objective is to
The
get up there.
12 is... Yeah, he's going to go to the
Yeah.
back of that little line.
I think he might have some damage too.
He definitely has a little damage on the side, but we have a 3-car breakaway for the lead.
Loading Miller and Trixan.
2 of these drivers returning to their team. Oh, no, one of these drivers only returning to a team. 2 of these going to a whole new team.
And these guys are battling back there, so that's not going to help them get up to this front pack.
The question is, are these 3 gonna work together when they pit?
Oh!
Oh,
Oh my gosh!
Ooh.
Man, that
Truex
was
fan
close to
roughing
the
him up a
5.
little bit. As Kenneth Miller's going to go on the pit road. So is Justin Patrick.
Man, that was close.
So
that
pit
5
stop
really.
starting. That was probably
Man.
the 09 slowing down for pit road. And the 5 just wasn't...
Well, yeah.
Probably didn't see the hand out the window.
Yeah, well, I don't think the 09 even threw the hand out the window because well, the 09 was going up, and I think the 5 realized he was trying to pit, so he was trying to get behind him, go to the high side because he knew he was pitting, going down low.
Yeah. And
But
just
when you're coming to pit, you should go down low, not block the guy up the racetrack.
Brandon Beal's
It was
gonna
him.
pit, so he's not going to be in the way as much.
Trixan's still staying out.
Ooh.
Big portion of the pack pitting, though.
Looks like no other collisions. Andrew Schulte beat the 38 on pit road, I believe, though.
No collisions.
Yeah, Schulte, you saw him. He braked really late
Yeah.
for the line.
We also have to see if the 12 has his damage repaired.
I believe he would, but that would cost him at least a few seconds.
Yeah.
His pit stop.
You have to have as many seconds as you can get. Only 4 cars stayed out.
Ooh.
Oh, T got held up.
Colin Teague. That is unfortunate. He's still getting held up.
And Lai's going to be forced to stay out another
Stuck
lap.
on the top. This is not going to help
He
him.
might
but
run
that
out
will
of fuel.
That might trap a lap down, though.
He might run out of fuel even.
I mean, it's definitely going to make it close, but the amount of laps left, you don't want to run out of fuel.
I mean,
And you don't want to have a yellow come out.
Duel 1 was a fuel mileage race. We'll see what Duel 2 brings.
Duel 1 had a
definitely
photo finish. He's definitely going to have to pit.
Yeah, he's definitely
There's
pitting
no
this time
reason
by.
he doesn't pit now.
Yeah, there's his team owner right there.
Pit now or run out. And yeah, he's
And
going to go on the pit
going
comes
road.
in. Let's see the battle for the lead. Where's that at? Wait. Oh, I thought we had a spin.
Is it gonna be Chris?
No, it might be Schulte.
Yeah, it might be Schulte and Levi loading.
Not too sure.
Or
You can see
Truex.
Trixan coming out right there. I think the 48's gonna pass the 5 though, so this might be for the race lead.
I don't know.
2 teammates now. But Levi loading is not gonna make it easy.
Try to get the draft off the 5 right there. Pull down for a second.
Definitely trying to get a run.
So I think that might have been for the lead.
That might be the leader. Andrew Schulte.
And
5 to go.
let's see.
2. Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah,
he's
'cause
just
he
exiting.
pitted later.
But he's not gonna be up to speed. The 48's gonna take it.
Yep, 48 takes the lead.
And if the 38 can get side by side with him, then we might be in store for another photo finish.
There you see the 5 in tow.
This is if the 5 works with the 2, that's gonna help them both.
I'm not too sure because let's see. There's 2 cars, then 2 cars, and a little bit of a pack. Oh, you see the lap car, Brandon Beal. That's gonna hold up the 38.
And that
that's not
is
good.
not what the 38 wanted, but that is exactly what the 48 needed. And another big part, that is the team owner of MKR's team owner.
Yep, you're exactly right. So, and those teams are
Heavily aligned.
yeah, they are aligned teams. So they're gonna try and help each other out the best they can. See, 3 wide behind.
They might catch the 82 again.
Saw
We'll
Brandon
see.
Lai getting a little bit held up. See, 3 by 3 right there. If these guys wreck, before we get to the white flag, we're set up for possibly a green white checkered finish.
We will have an overtime if they go that far.
And they're racing pretty aggressively, so I don't doubt it.
Just for a good starting position in the top 10.
Yeah, with 4 laps to go.
Because all of these guys will be within the... Actually, no, not all of these
Oh
guys will be
man,
within
yeah,
the
look
top
at
10.
them.
Because
Yeah, they're really going
you
at
have
it.
to stay ahead of the 07. Or, as of now, the 24 is the car you have to stay ahead of. 24 or 07. Those are the cars you need to stay ahead of to be in the top 10. Or, well, not in the top 10, be higher.
Oh, 38's to the back bumper of the 48. Look at the 2. 2's caught up as well.
Yeah, Brandon Light.
3 to go.
This should be
Those
interesting.
Fords aren't working together, though.
I mean,
Maybe they might.
I guess Lai was trying to get some clean air on his nose.
Might have had something... I mean, might have been overheating a little bit.
Yeah, trying to cool the temps down.
We all know what happens when you have a car right on you, like when you have a car right on your front bumper.
Yeah, he overheats the temps, and he's going to the inside of the 38.
Might not have been
That's
his
not gonna help
intention,
him.
but he is gonna have the inside.
Now 2 to go this time by.
That pack is catching the 37, so.
If they can get around him.
They've gotten to the 37.
Uh-oh.
The inside
the
lane is
90.
gonna get around them. The 90 got a close call.
Oh, I don't know. That was. Ooh, 77 might try to move down. That might not work.
Yeah.
A couple of MH's teammates now. In the position they're in.
Because sometimes when they're trying to get, when they catch a lap car at a really bad spot, some guys are gonna try and move down, and then there's already a car there, and then they get wrecked. Let's see the battle up front.
The 5 is caught up now.
Yeah, the Truex fan catches up. Coming to the white flag, it's a 4-car breakaway.
Can somebody get past the 48? With
White
one
flag
to go?
is out. I mean, Truex
think-
fan. If you're a Truex fan right here, you see this huge gap
You are
between the
not
leader and
working
second
with the
place.
2.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna try your best to get to the inside of the 2. Oh, the two's gonna have a run. He's got a huge run.
Yeah, he's getting that.
They're catching a slower car. That's the 82.
Oh, what's that 5 gonna do? 5 might help his teammate out. No, here comes the 2.
Go to the inside. Oh, he's gonna. The 5 is gonna help the 2.
It's gonna be a drag race off of turn 4, I think.
To the line.
5. Schulte
Miller
versus
crossing
Brandon
the line.
Lai.
It's
Lai gets it.
Lai.
Another
Last lap
moment
pass.
coming from behind.
Truex in second. Schulte is third.
And you gotta hate that for that 48. He was leading those last laps until the last one.
As the 14 crosses the line, there's another one coming around. I'm pretty sure that is the 82.
Believe so. It's a rough
No.
day for him. Oh, it's the 28 and the 12.